What is up, guys? It is Lone Star here, and today we're in an empty field. No, we're not. We are in the game Sim Airport, a game that I saw a video on earlier today. I thought it was pretty cool. I saw it uploaded, went to the page, saw it was in beta, and was like, hell yeah, I want that. Pulled $20 out my ass and shoved it right back down Gaben's throat. And here we are, playing this game. So this game is an airport simulator. It is all about building and designing and managing an airport, through which you'll have a good time. So I think for this series, I'm going to try to build a half-decent airport, I hope. Yeah, so let's get started. First things first, what you want to do is, actually what I'm going to do is... Oh, I felt like I was going to burp there. I'm going to expand on the drop-offs a little bit. Expand on pickups, the skosh. And then we'll get into foundation. So what foundation is foundation is, I guess technically as it sounds, the foundation of the area. I'm going to adjust this one little bit more because I like to work in even numbers as opposed to odd. It works better that way. I've done a couple test recordings on this, and I found that the best way to do it is to work in sets of even numbers. So that right there, this will be the foundation for our terminal. This will be where it starts. But in order to get that all actually working, I have to hire some workers. So I'll hire 5 workers. I'll put speed on to 3. I'll put 10 workers. And then they'll get on construction of this area. So what I need to... So while they're constructing, I'll go through the menu. So up at the top here, we have our bank balance, how much money we have. It shows the flight operations income, the staff expenses, and the total. And it also shows my recent transactions. So I got the bus service on there, I got my wages, I got everything else. Neckit. The next is... I just screamed Neckit. Next is passenger satisfaction. This is completely irrelevant right now, but will come into play later. It just shows how much passengers actually like the terminal and how everything works well together. Next is airline interest. Airline interest, I'll read it word for word, is based on price sensitivity, passenger satisfaction, airport facilities, and more. So essentially, the more stuff I have and the more people, and the higher this number is, the more interested airlines, which are listed here, will want to put services in and out of this airport, meaning that I'll get paid more and that the flight ops income will be higher from a day-to-day basis. And then there's the last, which is the Sim Weather channel, which just shows the weather. And it also shows what's going to happen. So it looks like wind conditions are worsening and precipitation is worsening. Now at the bottom we got the build, which I just used. Build lets me build in floors and all that, which I'm going to do now. I'm going to add in some flooring. And flooring just increases the movement speed, and it also makes it look nice and tidy, as opposed to this weird concrete, gravelly texture, which is there now, which is now going to be filled up. Next up is objects. Objects is everything that I can take and place down. Each object has a different cost. You can see here there's decor, which makes everything look nicer and gives the environment a little bit better. You've got retail, which is just everything that someone can buy. People can sit at tables and chairs and stuff like that, specifically for cafes. You got structures. Structures are major things, so gates, ATC tower, hangars, etc. Ooh, I did not see that. That'll come into play later, I'm not sure. Because that's the first time I've seen this LRT platform, or at least noticed it. Then you've got ops, which is operations, which is actual stuff that you'll interact with. Seating, seats. And then comfort, which is like bathroom stuff, benches, which also go into seating. Now, I'm going to use the object tabs, go to ops, and I'm going to... Actually, first things first, I've got the zones tab. Zones allows me to designate certain areas to do certain things. So, what I could do here is add a ticketing hall. So, actually, I want to use the objects, go to operations, and add in some doors. Let's see. 1, 2. And then from the bottom, 1, 2. Yeah, that's good enough. So now I've got these in here. So now what I'm going to want to do is use the Zones tab to add a ticketing sector to this. So I'm going to call it a 6 by... We'll call it an 8 by 14 for now, for ticketing. 8 by 16 for ticketing. So now for ticketing, what I want to do is I want to add in from the Operations tab, add in some ticketing desks, which are these things here, and some ticketing kiosks, 3 of each. And now everything will be built up, and then I'll go to the Staff tab and add in 3 staff members to work each of these desks. Hopefully he'll actually go to where he needs to be. And so yeah, now we've got ticketing, and that's pretty good. Now I will add in some baggage claim area, which will be 8 by 14. Wait, is it 15? Did I make this 30, or hang on, I gotta figure something out. Okay, this is a 30 space, so it'll be 15 by 15. That works actually quite well. So if I expand this out to here, and then I can add more to there. And so now we've got a baggage claim area, which I can add in some carousels to. Come on, I could totally put that in the corner. All right, whatever. One here, gap, one here, and then I can add on more to that later. I'll just zone off the rest of this ticking area for now, just make my life easier in the future. And now we've got our base terminal for now. What I also want to do is add on bathrooms, because that is a section of the menu that you can also happen. So for passenger satisfaction, bathrooms like bladder is a part of it, and if it gets too high, people don't like it. I mean, who doesn't like to hold in their pee for too long? So now I gotta zone this for male and female restrooms. And now certain zones have certain requirements that need to be fulfilled. So for restrooms, you need toilets, sinks, and an enclosed space. For some reason, it's telling me that I've failed the enclosed space part, which I clearly haven't. But the game is still a little sketched out. And I have 2 female restrooms. I need 1 male, 1 female. Male restroom, past enclosed space. I don't understand. I'll dezone this, and I'll add it back in. Okay, now I passed that. I'll add in from the Operations tab, doors, there. And then from comfort, I'll add in a sink, or 2. And then we'll add in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 toilets for each. I'll add in some urinals over here, and I'll add in 2 more toilets here. And now we're good. So now we have bathrooms and ticketing, and now we can get into the fun stuff. The fun stuff being, we actually get to start doing stuff that'll make a difference. So I'm going to add this off here, because in order to make a secure section of an airport, you need to have fences going all the way up, and because this is an extra large map, it's a long ways away. But now what I can do is I can add foundation off of here. I make it 12. Make it an 8 by 12. And then I can expand this and add gates. So that's more work, or workers, so they can get on this. And I kind of need them to finish in order to actually start doing stuff. Do it, come on, do your thing. Do your thing, do your thing, do your thing. We'll add in some floor 1 here. And let's take a look at how this is going to fit in. So the first gate I can put in would be here. So I'll just build that now. And then I can build the foundation around the fact that it exists. So to here, I guess. And so now they'll go ahead and build through this. While that happens, I will add in the security section, which will go a little bit like that. Although I'll add some more to it later once they finish their work in here. So security has its own requirements. I need a bag scanner, an ID check stand, and metal detector or body scanner. So the way that I actually want to do this is I want to start by designating the rest of this as floor. For a casual, measly $8,000. We'll gain that back later, even though we're not actually making any money. But they will go through and add in the flooring. And then I will add in one last layer of security. Go to Operations tab. And so the thing with this is that they have these have arrows on them. Shoot, I want to go to here. And then to here. You'll understand what this is in a second. Maybe. If I do this right. If I've done this right, this will work. If I haven't done this right, it won't work. That's a lot of walls. That's a little bit too many walls. What I'm trying to do is make a security exit. Which allows me to just not have to like interrupt the flow of traffic through security and have people go back this way as opposed to come through here. Alright, and then if I add, go to tools, go to wall, add a wall to there, and then we add, go to floor 1, this go, nope, can't do that, floor here, come on, do your thing, put this in. I can add, I'm saying add a lot, secure exit, which means that now people can only go through here, this way, and out this way. And in this way, out this way. I can probably improve this a little bit later, but for now, that'll do. Add on, we got bag scanners. So, how do I want to do this? One here, one here. One here, hang on. Cancel projects. Operations. Alright. So this to here, this to here, this to here. And then add queues. So the queue tab allows me to just add in some queues for people. That's not what I wanted to do. What I did want to do is have this there. So now that should work, hopefully. So yeah, so far so good. I think I'll add it. I'll make this gate actually usable, and then we'll end off the episode because it's been quite a bit. And I think that it's a good time to hit it off. So I need to add a door, gate agent, and then I also need to add in the taxiway. So I'll add in roads. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm adding in 6 for a specific reason, because each of these large gates takes up 2 spaces, and each of the extra large gates takes up 3 spaces. So I can have 1, 2, 3 over here, but also have 2 extra large gates on the other side, should I want to, and if I don't put an ATC tower here. Now, what I have to do is add in the runway. So if I go to structures, add in runway, do I want an extra piece or two? I'll do it there, and then I'll add in, Jesus, I'm saying add a lot. A little bit expensive, but all worth it. Gate agent desk to be linked, assigned to, I'll assign it to here. You gotta assign that, and then I'll have one staff member working this. Now, I guess I could start working on beautification just a little bit. So, window, stretching to here. We'll have a window, one space. Yeah, it's there. So windows there. It's all good. And now I can add in some, I guess I could probably do some kiosks to add in some beverages and stuff like that. So one here. I guess I'll put in a bar. And then on the put in trash can, flip a trash can to here, so we got some stuff there. I'll stick one there. I'll stick one next to the gate agent. And yeah, so this is usable now. Cool. So it is a functional gate, and now hopefully before the next day comes, I can add in scheduling. So scheduling, what it allows me to do is it allows me to schedule in planes to arrive at certain times of the day. So this flight will be a CRJ 900. I've got 3 flights that I want to add into here. So I've got a morning arrival, another morning arrival, an afternoon arrival right here. I've got 2. What are you? A morning arrival. A morning arrival. So if I just shuffle some stuff around, should be able to fit this in fairly easily. I wish the sound effect wasn't so plentiful, because it's a lot and kind of annoying. But I should be able to accept one more afternoon flight. And if I cram everything together, can I fit one more? Morning flight? No. That ain't gonna happen. So, we got our flights going in. We got everything coming in. In the next episode, the airport will go active for the first time. It'll be pretty cool, and hope I'll see y'all there. Yeah, see ya.